Yes guys, welcome to another video. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be looking at the team of the season so far. Now, there have been a lot of outstanding performances this season so far. I would just want to take a look at some of the players in different clubs and in their positions that have been playing well and holding it down for their clubs. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so we're going to kick it off with the goalkeepers. Now, always a tough position, but so far the goalkeepers have been doing amazing. Like, if you look at Alisson at Liverpool, he's been amazing. If you look at Edison at Manchester City, very, very consistent. But my pick for goalkeeper will be Vicario. I think he came into the league as a relatively unknown goalkeeper. Not so much was known about him. And yeah, he's really come in. He's looked comfortable. He's been a pivotal part of how good Tottenham have been playing this season. And for me, he gets into the team of the season, gets into the goalkeeper slot of the team of the season so far because he's just come in, he's been consistent. I'm not saying he's better than Alisson or Edison, but I think he's impressed me a lot with the way he's come in. He's looked so comfortable. He's looked ready to take up that role as number one, and he's been doing very, very well. Maybe not not as many clean sheets as others, but he's not that far off in terms of clean sheets. At one point, he was leading the standings for clean sheets. I think he just fell off in the last two games when they've been conceding some goals. But overall, I still think a very, very solid, very, very young and good goalkeeper. And for the price that they got him for, what a bargain. I think it was between 17 to about 20 million, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, very, very good goalkeeper. Very doing bits right now. Amazing. So first player and the goalkeeper of the season. All right. So in terms of our fullbacks, we're gonna kick it off with one of our wing backs or right backs or left backs, and that's going to be Kieran Trippier. I think Kieran Trippier has been having a brilliant season so far. He's already up to 6 assists. That's just one off from his tally of 7 assists last season. He's created 8 big chances. He's won quite the number of tackles as well. I think he's made about 27 and he's won 15 tackles. So Kieran Trippier has been brilliant for Newcastle this season, and he gets one of the slots in our team of the season. And for our centre back pairing, we're going to go with Mickey van der Ven and William Saliba. I think Mickey van der Ven is coming to the season very well. He's done very well for a player so young coming into the league for the first time. Another player that's been pivotal towards the good that we've seen against Spurs. Very young, very quick, rapid as well. He's done very well. Obviously, it's unfortunate that he got injured in the Chelsea game, but so far he hasn't set a foot wrong. He's done very, very well. So for me, he gets into the team of the season alongside William Saliba. I think William Saliba deserves a lot of credit because he kind of, that last season was kind of like his breakthrough season, but this season he's showing that he can be consistent. This season is showing that he's still got that level and he's striving to new levels. So yeah, William Saliba has been brilliant as well. So we gotta give it to William Saliba as well, and how he's coming to the team and how he's been able to do what he's done, and he's showing why he's that an important player for Arsenal. So goes without saying that Mickey van der Ven, William Saliba, our centre back pairings in our team of the season so far. And for the last slot, it was a bit of a tricky one because I do think Destiny Udogie has done enough for me to be like, okay, you know what, he deserves to be in this team. He's an up-and-comer. He's been doing well for Tottenham. He's been putting in good numbers. But I'm going to give the last slot to somebody who I feel is kind of flying under the radar, but I think he's been having an equally good season as Udogie, if not slightly better. And I think that's Matty Cash. I think Matty Cash has been doing very well for Aston Villa, playing very well. He's a very attack-minded fullback as well. One stat about him that surprised me was the fact that he's had about 19 shots so far, and 10 of them have been on target. And I was like, wow, that's more than most attackers in the league. So, he's definitely doing something right as that attacking fullback. So, in terms of our back four for our team of the season so far, it's Trippier, William Saliba, Mickey van der Ven, and Matty Cash. All right, now for our midfield, our formation is 4-3-3 as we go along. So for our midfield, this is kind of where it gets sticky because I feel there've been so many outstanding performances in terms of our midfielders, and it's really, really hard to pluck out like the top 3 performers in this position, because I think everybody can have a difference in opinion and they can say this player has performed better than this player, and we can debate about this. But I think my 3 midfielders that I think have played so well and will be in my team of the season is Declan Rice for Arsenal, James Maddison for Tottenham, and James Ward-Prowse for West Ham. I think these 3 players, for me, reason I've actually picked these 3 players in terms of my midfield is that I feel like they've had a bigger impact in their teams, and coincidentally, they are all new players to their teams. Declan Rice, new player. James Ward-Prowse, new player. Madison, new player, to come into a new team, come into a different environment, different setup, different strategy, different set of attack, and really just improve the team and elevate that level. Shows how good these three players are. So for me, it goes without saying that Declan Rice, Madison, and James Ward-Prowse are the three players in midfield that I'm going to go for. I think statistically, between most of the midfielders, there's not really a lot that separates them. But I think these three players have just had that bigger impact in terms of their teams and how they've come in and how they've slotted in. So for me, James Ward-Prowse, Declan Rice, and James Maddison will be the three midfielders in our team of the season. Then we go towards our front three. Now, I think in terms of the entire team of the season, this is probably the easier part of the video because I feel these three players have just stood out on their own. And our front three or our attacking three attackers is definitely going to be Mo Salah, Son Heung-min, and Erling Haaland. I think when you look at these three players statistically, they're the three best attackers in the league right now. They're, doing wonders, doing bits for their clubs. I mean, Mo Salah I've been a lot impressed by. I felt like, he shows why he's quality, even in such a very, very kind of like slow start for Liverpool season, he's still doing bits, he's still doing wonders, and I still think he's that type of player that's so consistent, and that's one thing that's going to be pivotal and that's going to be key. And I feel like, even with the Saudi links coming in January and potentially in the summer, I mean, it's Liverpool going to have a little bit of a job on their hands, kind of replacing the Salah, because obviously, he's getting to that age where they'll need to look at the next player coming in. So it's going to be a tough ask to replace somebody like a Mo Salah. But for me, doing wonders, doing bits so far this season. So you got to give it back to him. Erling Haaland as well, picking up from where he left last season. Though he's got 3 goals, I think it's 3 goals short of where he was last season. I think he had about 16 goals this time around last season. But it's still showing that he's a good player, still showing that he's got levels, still showing that he's got quality. And yeah, very, very dangerous striker, very, very lethal striker, doing bits. And yeah, he's in the team of the season so far. And Son Heung-min, I mean, you have to give a lot of credit to Son Heung-min. I mean, after the lost Hurricane in the summer to Bayern Munich, I think he's stepped up, not just as the captain, but as the leader. One of the biggest criticisms we had about Son Heung-min last season is he's a kind of like a purple patch type of player, He's not really going to give you consistent performances over a long haul in the season. He's going to come in for a couple of games, look brilliant, and then he's going to fall off again. But so far, the way he started the season, he's been their key player. He's been the main man, and he's taken up that role. Say, I'm the main man, and he's proven it with his performances on the pitch. So it goes without saying that Son Heung-min, Erling Haaland, and Mo Salah have been the 3 best attackers in the league. So in a nutshell, this is our team of the season. So let me know with what you disagree. Let me know with what you agree with on the team. Let me know who you would rather have in this team. And like I said, it's only 12 games in. At the halfway mark of the season, we're going to come back and we're going to do another one just to see who is and who isn't. And yeah, thanks for watching the video. Do subscribe to the channel. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video, people. Peace.